Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Northeastern Conference Boys Soccer. Win Classical, well on the way to the state tournament. You play 20 games, you need 20 points. Classical has got 12, they only played 7 games. So they got an opportunity. They're looking to go 7-1 on the season. Marblehead they're over 500. They're 2 wins, a loss, and 3 ties. Classical's only loss was that gut-wrenching loss because it was to Lynn English. Thanksgiving in September, which is what it was. Now they'll take on the Magicians of Marblehead. Xander Lohan is in net for Marblehead. Isaiah Diaz for the Rams. And we're underway. Classical in their typical green. Marblehead in white. I don't know who started this. It used to be the home team would be in the white. Visitors would be in the color. They knock it deep. Marblehead's going to get there first. Classical takes it away, and they score. Marblehead was trying to clear it, and Classical took it away and knocked it in the net. They knocked it inside the near post. Can't ask for a much better start than that. They knocked it up looking for a break. They got the break. Marblehead got there. They fanned trying to knock it away. They left it there. And Classical was there to knock it home. And that was Fernando Gomez Godinez getting the goal. And that took less than a minute, or just about a minute. But Marblehead gave it away. They got there first before Gomez Godinez, and they were looking to kick it out of play, and they just kind of muffed it and knocked it away. And when they knocked it away, they put it right on the foot of Gomez Godinez, and he banged it home. So very quickly, 1-0. That's his first game back, by the way. He missed the last 2. Marblehead with a rush. Long lead pass. Marblehead gets there. I think Christopher Zalea might have got a little piece of that shot. I guess they say no, but he didn't get a piece, but he forced a shot by the Marblehead player to go wide off Colin Hart. So good defense by Zalea. Not an easy day for these kids down on this field. It's in the upper 80s. And that makes it even a lot hotter down on that turf. Deep down the far side for Classical. In the middle, Marblehead does a nice job blocking it and taking it away. Broken up by Zalea. And he either hit somebody in the hand or there was a collision because Marblehead's going to get a free kick from the 25. He boot that a long distance, all the way inside the 25-yard on the Classical. Marblehead with it. Classical breaks it up. To the side, Robles Sandoval gave it back. Lead pass, trying to knock it deep. Nobody back there except Marblehead. And he booted it back the other way. Haskell right back in the Marblehead end. Clear across field to Hart. Pass, Marblehead, Hart just kept it in. Cleared upfield. They tried to bang it ahead. Zalea with a nice defensive play. Knocked it away. Duggan knocked it ahead. Marblehead picked it off. And stepping in front is Caraminos knocking it away. It's going to go into the Classical bench area off Classical. Knocked back deep. Classical hits this one a mile high in the air. Off Zalea's head, back the other way. Coming out of there is Diaz to play it. It went 8 miles in the air. Zalea got a head on it, but knocked it back towards his own net. Nobody in a white shirt anywhere near it. Diaz boots it away. It's very hot, but there's a little bit of a breeze blowing. Try to knock it deep. Marblehead will let it go through to Lohan, and he throws it upfield. Hart lost it, and they call it off Classical. Maloney throws it in. Marblehead fanned on it. They knock it down the near side. Robles Sandoval in the middle gets the return pass. Trying to walk around, looking to get a shot. Can't center it. Got tipped, he gets it back. All the way back to Cheer. In the middle, Soto has it. Classical controlling, but not getting it near the net. Out off Classical. Classical takes it away. Just got the pass away in the middle. It's complete. Robles Sandoval broken up. And they bang it off him out of bounds. Multi-substitutions for Marblehead. Caraminos pops it straight up in the air. Marblehead fanned on it. Classical heads it away, and Zalea knocks it hard downfield. Marblehead picks it off. Classical gets it back. And they get it back in the Marblehead end. Pass a little bit behind the intended receiver in the middle. Classical picks it off. Robles Sandoval tips it ahead. Tips it too far, looking for Ixlage. Breaking to the net. One nothing Glasgow. They scored, and I don't even know if it was a minute. I couldn't read the scoreboard because the sun is directly on. You can't see it, but it took a minute or less, and now a nice little poke check by Ixlaj. They get it ahead. Cheer gets it back to Roble Sandoval. Pass picked off. Tip off Cheer. Picked off the pass but couldn't keep it in play. Maloney will throw it in. And we got a call against Marblehead, I think. Two people went up, and they're going to call Bresnahan for knocking down Alvarez. American Soto will take the kick. Now they don't. They just push it back to Zalaire and start it back upfield. American Soto walking in. Takes the shot from long range. They got way too much foot. Hit it way up over everything, out of play. Pass picked off. Knocked away by Zalaire. Just knocked it straight up in the air. And then Marblehead leaned into Zalaire and they called him for the contact. And Zalaire kicks it away. Marblehead takes it away. Lead pass with the speed. Marblehead gets there first. Throws it back in the middle. They give it back and they knock it out of play. They gave a little give and go, and then the player just stopped after he made the pass, and the other player thought he was going to continue upfield through the lead pass, but he didn't move. He was still back 5 or 10 yards, and the pass just went harmlessly out of play. Cheer knocked it out. Bardonacci will throw it in. And I guess they're saying he fouled up the throw-in. Just back and forth between the 40s. Now it goes out. Glasgow will get the throw in. Cheer will take it. Throws it deep over everybody. Marblehead clears it away. Glasgow picks it off. A little behind the back pass. Walking in, takes the shot too far. Looking for that far corner. Lohan goaltender came out, cut down the angle, and he had to knock it way too far and out of play. So with the score 1-0 Classical, we're going to get a timeout down in the field. Getting set for the kick by the goalie, Lohan. He kicks a hard ground ball. It got by everybody out almost in midfield. It gets kicked out by Classical. And Maloney once again will take the throw in for Marblehead. Classical coming back. They knock it deep. Maloney breaks it up. Classical takes it away. Marblehead picked off the pass and starts it back the other way. And Classical picks it off. So back and forth after that first goal. And it's just been everybody trying to get a shot. Classical's had a little better of territorial-wise, but neither team has got a shot on that since then. Classical slides and Caramino slides and knocks it out. Blocked. Corner kick, first of the day, coming from Marblehead from the near side. Classical knocks it away. And then Classical knocks it deep, but it got just in front of, as Marblehead was lining up a rebound shot. Classical breaks it up and starts it back the other way. And when they were battling for it, it went off the hand or the arm of a Marblehead player. Classical get a free kick from the 45-yard line. Marblehead keeps it in and then knocks it out upfield. He saved it from going out for a corner kick and knocked it out for a throw-in. Cheer will take it after we get substitutions for both teams. Throw too far. Cheer got a head on it. Winds up with Soto. All the way back to Duggan. Tip. Haskell took it away nicely. Down the far side, trying to center it. Deflected away. Marblehead clears it away. Zelaya tried to get a foot on it. Couldn't knock it away. Knocked it down, but then had to tip it back to Diaz. He kicked it up and away and out of play. And Maloney once again will throw it in. Tip to the net. Off the foot of Brogan McGorry on the throw-in. And Haskell sees it go out off Marblehead. They couldn't keep it in. They throw it deep, looking for a break. Caraminos is there to knock it away and out. Haskell bringing it back. Marblehead trying to check Classical's still with it. And they bang it out off Marblehead into the Marblehead bench area. They get it to the middle. Shot just over the top crossbar, hit the middle bar of the goalpost behind. Dick Tello didn't miss by much. Lohan will kick it away. Long day here at Manning Field. We've got Classical playing now. English comes in and St. Mary's boys. And we'll flip it around on Wednesday and have the 3 girls teams will come in. Tech will be the lone team in here tomorrow, the boys. Oh, well, if that gets picked off, he's in line for a pretty good shot. Glasgow almost gave a good shot away. Just off the foot. Long reach. And that long reach by Bresnahan, he almost got a foot on it. Now a break. They tie up the Marblehead player. And I think Marblehead's going to get a free kick from around the 10-yard line. They ran over Baxter Jennings. Just outside the 10. They'll get a free kick, looking to tie up the game. It looked like he was out alone. They caught it from behind and dropped him down. Just missed. He tipped it. Might have hit the edge of the near goalpost. He almost tucked it inside the near goalpost. Good bid by Jennings. And as we just get past the halfway mark in the first half, we're going to another timeout. That early goal, just about a minute or less by Classical. The difference, Classical 1, Marblehead nothing. We're going to timeout down the field. Booning it away. Takes a high hop. Finally settles down. Classical picks it off. Shift to get through a couple, and then Marblehead finally breaks it up. Marblehead, the only time they got close was on that free kick. And that just missed. Otherwise, they haven't come close to Diaz. He didn't have to make a save. I'm not sure he even saw that kick. Good hustle by Robley Sandoval to keep it in. Trying to get around. Can't. Marblehead knocks it out off Classical. Maloney with the throw-in. Marblehead with a break. And is Zalea getting there to knock it out. Pop straight up. And it's going to go out of play. Diaz will kick it away. Now he just rolls it up to Zalea and lets him kick it away. Marblehead picks it off. Classical takes it away. Two players go down. Maloney broke it up. Cheer breaks that one up nicely and takes it away. Robles Sandoval trying to get by everybody. His pass is picked off. And Marblehead's going to knock it out. Cheer again. Kyle Cheer with the throw-in. Overthrows Robles Sandoval. And they bang it off. Robles Sandoval. Popped up again. Classical trying to take it away, and they do. Shot just got blocked. Stepping in front was Hecht. Hecht just got a piece of that shot by Sarmiento. Classical fought to keep it alive, and he wound up getting a shot. Classical was trying to let it go out of play. It stays in play. They knock it upfield. Marblehead picks it off. Knock it deep. They knock it too deep. Classical will let it go out of play. Diaz will kick it away. We got substitutions first. Waiting for the sub or the replace player to get off the field. Boots it away. That stiff breeze kind of hung it up. Marblehead looking for a break. Caramino stepped in front, took it away, knocked it away. And broken up nicely by Bresnahan. It's going to go too long and out of play. I think they actually called Marblehead offside on the play. So the kick is going to come back from free kick from the 15-yard line. Marblehead boots it back. Gomez Cadenas, who just came in the game, kicked it upfield, gets it back. Looking to give it to somebody. That last pass was from Gomez Cadenas to Gomez Cadenas. Roberto to Fernando. before Marblehead broke it up. Marblehead breaks it up again. And Classical breaks it up. Both teams between the 20s, moving the ball, but nobody getting any shots on net. Goalies haven't had to make any saves at all. One free kick from Jennings just missed going in for Marblehead after the only really shot on net was by Fernando Gomez Godinez when he picked up a loose ball, deflected and mishandled by a defender out in front. And in a minute or less, he got Classical on the board. Trying to take it to the middle. A little behind the back pass was a little too much shake and bake. Too many white shirts around. Soto lost it, gets it back. Gomez Godinez. Robles Sandoval. Ahead. Gomez Godinez. And broken up by Marblehead. They took it away. And he was looking to block it and knock it down. Kyle Cheer, and it took a hop on him, went off his hand or his arm, and went out of play. 10 minutes and counting left in this first half. 1-0 Classical. The start of 3 here at Manning Field. English, one of the undefeated teams in the Northeastern Conference. Up next. Haskell knocked it off Marblehead. Marblehead keeps it in. And then it goes out. And Marblehead player got taken down. We got a ball boy on the near side. We don't have a ball boy on the far side, so they have to chase the ball. So Marblehead was looking for the takedown. They didn't get that, but not only that, they didn't get the throw in because they're going to give it a Classical. Haskell boots it away. Caraminos slides, takes it away. Long lead pass. Marblehead trying to center it. And they call Marblehead offside. Caraminos will kick it away. They get it back. They knock it deep. Marblehead knocks it away. Good defense by Hecht. Or Hecht. Trying to knock it deep. It gets by everybody. Marblehead trying to track it down. They kept it in. Good hustle. They make a nice little shift. Trying to throw it in front. It took a hop. They couldn't get their foot on it to get the shot off. Now they swing and miss. And they almost knocked it in the net. Caraminos got a foot on it and drilled it going upfield. He bounced it off a Marblehead player. Luckily for Classical, it bounced wide left. They almost knocked it in the net. Brogan McGorry was out in front. Caraminos slammed it, and it went off McGorry, and it went wide left. It could have gone in the net. Marblehead, the ball kept bouncing up around waist high knee high, and they couldn't really set it up to get a shot. They kept missing it. And Caramino was finally trying to clear it. Was able to get a good, solid kick to kick it upfield, but he kicked it off Mugoria and almost went in the net. Marblehead putting a lot of pressure on Classical here. Classical, it stayed in the Classical end for quite a while now. They finally get it back down the other side. Marblehead kicks it out, up in the seats. First time in a while they've been down this deep. And they throw it off Classical. Can't get a shot off. He's double, triple teamed. Marblehead took it away and they clear it away. Cheer blocked it, knocked it loose. Maloney banged it off Gomez. That's his name. Rigoberto Gomez. Soto with it. Hit it too deep. And Maloney is back there to knock it away. Gomez Godinez a little lax on the pass. Marblehead picked it off, but Klaus will get it back. Down the far side. Glasgow tried to flip it over the head. Again, a little too much shake and bake by Glasgow. Tried to flip it over the shoulder and over the head of a Marblehead defender. Marblehead took it away. Diaz comes all the way out past the 15-yard line to kick it away. Glasgow takes it back. Marblehead knocks it into the Marblehead bench area as we got 4 minutes counting left in this first half. And they're going to call it. They threw it in and shot hopped Prado Malmongi, and then it bounced up and hit him in the hand. So Marblehead gets the free kick, and they boot it back in the Classical end. Classical takes it right back to the Marblehead side. Marblehead returns the favor. And Classical takes it back, but they knock Marblehead down doing it. So Marblehead will get the kick. They get it in quickly. Maloney on the near side. Upfield. Trying to center it. Classical trying to clear it. Just tipped it. They do get it away. Finally goes out off Classical. Marblehead with it, trying to line it up. Caraminos will kick it out of trouble. Marblehead will track it down. Hetch kicked upfield. Caraminos again. Tyler Duggan finally kicks it out of harm's way as we're in the final 2 minutes and counting of this first half. You don't want to give anything up now. As I say that, they spun around and got a great shot on net. Diaz had to make a big-time save and just got a piece of it and tipped it over the net. Left-handed shot from about the 25-yard line. It might have been Dadanocci. I'll wait and try and pick up his number. It gets him a free kick or a corner kick from the near side with time winding down. But that was a line shot. Diaz went up and just got a piece of it and knocked it over the net and out of play. Marblehead came that close to tying the game up in the closing minute or so. Long lead pass. Marblehead breaks it up. It was actually Bresnahan who took that shot from long range. They got the good shot on net. Lohan got a good look at it, made the two-handed catch for the save. He bangs it deep. He's got the wind behind him. Caramino's trying to knock it upfield, knocked it straight up in the air. Now a battle for it. Marblehead was looking for a takedown. They don't get it, and then they knock it in the net. Cam Heifetz ties the game up. With time running out, that's a tough goal for Classical to give up. Karaminas went up in the air, got a head on it, couldn't kick it away, kicked it straight up in the air, and they went down, and it looked like they were taking one player down, and the Marblehead, they've got a few fans here, were screaming why they didn't get a call for the takedown, and the bench was too, and Heifetz stepped in and just said, never mind, I'll knock it in the net. And just like that, it's 1-1. And it happened very late because the end of the half comes now. So it's just Classical scored in the first minute. Marblehead scores in the last minute. And we're dead even. That's a tough goal for Classical to give up. It's Classical 1, Marblehead 1 at halftime. So we're right back where we started. Dead even with a half left. Marblehead kind of caught Classical by surprise. Classical went up, tried to head the ball away. Instead, they headed the ball straight up in the air. And when it came down, the two defenders and the Marblehead player went down, and it left a Marblehead player all by himself. And he knocked it in the net with a minute or less left in the half, and that tied it up after Classical had scored in the first minute or less, starting the game. The only shot that Marblehead had in the first half, it was a free kick by Baxter Jennings. He line drived it, and it went by the picket fence they set up. It was a free kick from outside the 10. And it just barely touched the near post. And it was the outside of the post, luckily for Classical. And it missed. That was the only really attempt that they had. And now Classical gets a shot and knocks it wide. They lined up a good shot and couldn't get it inside that near post. I think that was Robles Sandoval. So that was the only thing that Marblehead had prior to that last shot with under a minute left, and he'll certainly take it as it tied the game up at 1. They knock it deep. Diaz will come out of the net, grab it, and he'll boot it away. Marblehead knocks it back. Yeah, Marblehead controlling it right now. tipping it ahead too far with the pass. And tipped up by Marblehead, then knocked out by Marblehead. They were trying to send LCHS upfield. Gets it around, still with it. They force him way wide, but he gets it back. He lost it. Classical gets it back, deflected. And when they deflected it, it popped up. I think Robles Sandoval was trying to tip it by, and when he tipped it, it kind of popped right back on him, got a piece of his hand, and that was the reason for the free kick. Classical had that first goal, and then after that, they might have had one or two others, but they were from very long range, and Lohan, the goaltender, didn't really have to make any big-time saves. I think there was only one. Haskell couldn't keep it in. Popped up. Maloney will throw it in. Sun is going down. It was a very warm day. High 80s. Long shot from long range. That was the other one. I forgot about the other one. Padrage Bresnahan drilled one from the 25-yard line that Diaz made a very nice save on. So they did have one other scoring opportunity. Classical didn't have anything that Lohan had to make any saves on. Even on the goal, he had no chance. Knocked in the net a minute in. And after that goal, Classical kind of rested a bit. Take down at midfield. It went out. Marblehead will get the throw in. Maloney with the honors. Skips past. Karaminos knocks it upfield. Classical just knocks it deep. Lohan will come out of the net and boot it away. Past midfield. Duggan heads it the other way. Marblehead coming back. Diaz boots it away, line drive. Marblehead keeps it in. Haskell picks it off. Down the far side with a nice little shift. Taking it back to the middle. Knocking it ahead, trying to walk in. Little shift, and Classical back checking took it away. I think that was hot with the defense. Soto takes it away. Knocking it deep, and they call Classical offside. One the score here in the Northeastern Conference boys soccer. Haskell got theirs a minute or less into the game by Fernando Gomez Godinez. And then with just about a minute or even less in the game, in the half, a loose ball out in front, and Cam Heifetz banged it home. And that was a tough goal for Classical gave up. Of course, it was a very tough goal for Marblehead to give up, too, in the first minute. Marblehead trying to keep it alive. Classical knocks it deep. Lead pass. Down the far side. Taking it to the middle. Still with it. Shot from long range. Little shot hop. Not a hard save. They got it on net, but Lohan got a good look at it and made the save. Classical knocked it out. They get it to the middle, to the near side. Trying to slip around. Pass picked off. They didn't see the back checking coming. They had a player in the middle, but they didn't see Hart coming from behind. Bodies go down, no call. I don't know. Marblehead just laid on top of the Classical player. Popped up. Caraminos heads it back the other way. He wished he did that in the last minute instead of popping it straight up in the air. Classical would still have a lead here. Deflected and knocked out. Got hustled by Roble Sandoval to force that errant kick away, went straight up and out of play instead of going downfield. Classical headed away. Popped up. Soto headed away. Got knocked down for his efforts. Duggan looking to go for it. They just ran right over Duggan. Duggan went to go get the ball. He just ran right over the Marblehead players saying, "What are you doing?" Now they called it on Duggan. Duggan was the one that got knocked down, and they called it on Duggan. Well, they waited a long time. They had 2-on-1. They waited a long time. By the finally, Gomez Godinez finally took the shot. He blocked it right into the defender and just gave the ball away. They had two players breaking down the middle. They could have given it to either one for a good shot. They held on a little bit too long. And then by the time they lined up the shot, they couldn't get it anywhere near the net. And now out in front, nobody there except Lohan to go up and catch it, and he'll kick it away. Deflected right to Classical. Ixtla's broken up, gets it back. Try to tip it in front, off a body. Slipping around, trying to get the shot off and knocks it home. Great job out in front. Gomez Godinez, Fernando Gomez Godinez gets his second goal. They threw it out in front. He went up and got it, knocked it down. He had it back to the net. The defender was right there with him. He knocked it down, spun around, and just knocked it by the defender into the back of the net. And Classical has their 1-goal lead back. Very pretty goal by Gomez Godinez. knocked into the Classical bench area by Marblehead. They throw it in. Classical looking to get there first. It got knocked out by Hetch. Marblehead knocks it out again. Cleared away. Marblehead trying to get it. Classical takes it away. And here he comes again, walking through, still on his feet. Finally slipped and fell, lost his balance, and lost the ball. Good effort by Gomez Godinez. Trying to knock it deep. One Marblehead player battling with 3 Classical defenders. And he banged it off Marblehead. Out off Classical. They didn't do it correctly. Because Classical's going to get the ball back. Caraminos will kick it away. They call it, I think they call it contact, not a out of play. Knocks it very deep. Classical is there. Ixlas couldn't get to it. Marblehead knocks it way up and out of play. Quick throw in by Classical. Ixlas trying to get a foot on it. Marblehead kicked it out. Classical will get a corner kick. Off the leg of a Marblehead player, knocking it deep. Maloney's pass picked off. From long range, got it right dead center of the net, but a little too much foot, too high, went high over the net and out of play. Marble hit the first time down deep. Nice little shift. Take the shot. It didn't make it to the net. Stayed wide right off the side of the net. That's the best move they've had in the second half. I knock it deep. Marblehead blocked it. Classical just got a piece of it. Duggan carrying it up. Pass. Ixlas had to come back and get it. Duggan blocked. And then it got knocked out by Duggan. We'll have substitutions first. A few of them. 3 for Marblehead. Hancock will take the throw in after we get a substitution. Two to one Classical here in the second half. Isla reached up and blocked it. Taken away by Marblehead. And Isla from behind reaches around Schnook, took him down and knocked it out. And Hancock again will throw it in. Knocked down, and it went out. And it went out off Bresnahan. Duggan with the throw in. Skips past everybody. Marblehead kicks it all the way back to Lohan, and he'll boot it away. Maloney trying to knock it deep. Knocked it out of play. Chia will take the throw in. Skips past everybody. Haskell picks it off. Trying to tip it to the middle. Haskell gets it back. Marblehead broke it up, and bodies went down, and he called Classical for the takedown. Booted out by Marblehead. Hassel's pass picked off. Getting it to the middle. Coming to the near side. Marblehead trying to get something going. They've got nothing at all in the second half. Classical has shut them down. They haven't come close to Diaz in the second half. Pass broken up nicely by Heifetz. Chia broke it up. Soto leaves it. Robles Sandoval gets it back to Gomez Godinez. He line drives it, misses wide right as we're just past the halfway mark and counting of the second half. Classical led 1-0, scoring a goal within the first minute or less of the game. Marblehead tied it, scoring a goal with a minute or less left in the half. Classical has come out here in the second half, and Gomez Godinez got his second goal of the game. And it's Classical back on top 2-1. And Classical has dominated territorial-wise. Bodies go down. They reach for the ball. They called it on Classical. Good job by Salea, but overshook the young man's hand that he took down. He didn't do it deliberately. Obviously, he was reaching for the ball, got an ankle instead. The shot will come from outside the 25-yard line. It's going to come from inside the 25-yard line. Headed away by Zalea. It was out in front nicely. Everybody moving to the ball. Zale went up and got a head on it and knocked it away. Good job. Very nice kick. And I think that was Jennings with the kick. Duggan will throw it in. Skips past. Sarmento almost picked it off and walked in. Trying to knock it deep. Marblehead got a head on it. And when they got their head on it, they got bumped by Chia. And that'll give them a free kick. They got the head on it, knocked it, did what they wanted to do. But Chia knocked the player down, so they'll get a free kick outside the 40. And the kick is going to go wide right. With that little bit of a breeze behind them, they can kick it almost the length of the field. Haskell picks it off. Long lead pass. Roble Sandoval gets there, keeps it in play. Shot. Just a little too much foot. They lined it up nicely, drilled it, and just got it over the top crossbar. And that was Gomez Godinez looking for a hat trick. Haskell gets a head on it. Marblehead gets a head on it. And then Haskell knocks it out. Tip to the near side. Marblehead's offside. Lead pass was going to send Jennings in, but he was way behind the defense. Karaminas boots it away. Gets by everybody. Prado Malmongi, excuse me. Trying to come up the near side. It got blocked and knocked out by Marblehead. Duggan will take the throw in. Ixlage. Trying to center it. Marblehead got a piece and knocked it away. Zalea tips it to the far side. Roble Sandoval overran it. Battling, and they're going to call him. I think he was pushing and shoving, trying to get the ball, and they called him while he was doing it right in front of the official. Marblehead will kick it away. House done a good job of keeping Marblehead away from Diaz the second half. They only got a couple of shots in the first half. One that free kick from outside the 10-yard line that just tipped off the outside part of the near post and went out. Another one, a blast from Bresnahan from the 25-yard line that Diaz made a great save on. And then the goal they scored with just a minute or less left in the half to tie it up. Prado Malmongi still with it. Pass out in front. They missed the net. Great pass to Roble Sandoval breaking from the far side as he came through. He really couldn't control it, stop, and make the shot. He had to try and make it on the fly. And was he trying to make it, Marblehead was able to catch up and get a piece. And Classical got a corner kick. They got the head on it, and Lohan able to make the save. So a pretty pass from Gomez Godinez to Roble Sandoval. But he couldn't really set it up and take a good hard shot. And it got deflected out. But a good scoring opportunity. Marblehead hasn't been down this end too often in this second half. They're down there now. After a little bit of a collision, they're going to get a free kick from just inside the 30-yard line. They line drive it out in front, off a Marblehead player. Classical kicks it away. Marblehead gets there first, knocks it away. They saved it just barely, and then it got knocked out. Good hustle by Snook to save it, and then Ixlash Tello knocked it out. Pass deflected by Marblehead. Soto boots it deep. There's Sandoval, Roble Sandoval, looking to get around Marblehead. He tipped it once, couldn't tip it a second time. Marblehead knocked it out. Classical looking to go 7-1 on the season, getting ever so closely to that 20 points they need for the state tournament. We're going to substitution first before they throw it in. Marblehead looking to stay over 500. They're 2-1-3. They'd be even at 2-2-3. And taking a lot of time getting off the field. We finally get people in and out. Hassel still badly comes away with it. They still have it. Marblehead knocks it out. 10 minutes and counting left in this one. 2-1 Classical. 1-1 at halftime. Classical got the one goal here in the second half. Gomez Godinez, in his first game back after sitting out 2, has got both goals. Duggan hustling over. Knocks it back upfield. Haskell takes it away. Marblehead knocks it out. Marblehead knocks it out again. Trying to walk in, still with it, trying to get the shot off, just missed. What a great effort by Ixlash. Went through 3 or 4 players, got the shot off. It was about 6 inches wide of the far post. Just skipped past. What a great effort by Alexander Ixlash Tello. Haskell keeping it where they want it in the Marblehead end. Got tipped away. They take the shot. They knock it up over everything out of play. That was Ixlash Tello. Lohan boots it away. Classical picks it off. Getting around, they take the shot, missing wide again. They're giving themselves some opportunity, and they're bottling Marblehead up. Marblehead can't get out of their own end. They had a couple of shots in the first half. They've got nothing in the second half. And the ball has been almost 90% in the Marblehead end. Trying to knock it deep. They knocked it behind Jennings off his back foot. Ixlad's coming up down the near side. Prado Maimonji couldn't get to it. Went out. Lohan will kick it away. Classical breaks it up. Classical takes it away. Soto. Ixlad's blocked from behind, gets it back. Nice little tip, and then it's knocked away defensively by Hancock. Lohan goes up, and he out-rebounded Robles Sandoval for the ball, and he'll kick it away. Duggan steps in. He anticipated the pass, picked it off, knocked it away. Marblehead kicks it all the way back. Trying to get something going. They need a goal. Down the near side, they knock it right past Jennings. Jennings was there just as they were making the pass. He broke to the middle, and the pass went where he was before he broke to the middle. And it was just a straight on, almost a shot. Diaz was there to pick off the loose ball. And now it goes off Hancock's head. And Classical will have it way back on the Marblehead end again. And with just over 5 minutes left in the game, Classical, with 2 goals by Fernando Gomez Godinez, leading Marblehead 2-1. We got a timeout.
Oh, thank you.
We're back. It's going to be a corner kick for Classical. We got 5 minutes left and counting. And the clock stops now under the new rules with 5 minutes left. And normally with substitutions, the clock keeps running. But now with substitutions, the clock will stop. The officials run it as the ball gets tipped. Lohan picks it off in front of the net. And now what Classical wants to do is keep the ball down in the Marblehead end. And Caraminos does just that, booting it ahead. All the way back, Lohan will come out and play it. That eats up some time. He was looking to throw it upfield. Now he's going to have to kick it. They got to get a little giddy up in their step. And they can't track it down. It's going to go out of play. McGrory was waiting, and by the time he realized it was coming, it was a little too quick off that turf. He couldn't get to it. Duggan will get it back in the Marblehead end, which is where Classical wants it. Here's Classical again, knocking it deep. Lohan will come out of the net. Again, a lot of time off the clock. Throws it deep upfield. Classical forces Marblehead to push it back. Classical steps in front, knocks it away. Marblehead just can't get going in the second half. They slip, fall, Classical takes it away. They get it upfield. Sliding it across, just looking to eat some time up. Ixlaj Tello tips it to the far side. Roble Sandoval knocked out by Classical, but they ate up a lot of time. Substitution for Marblehead will stop the clock momentarily. They kick it deep. Marblehead starting down the near side. It knocks by everybody. And Classical bangs it off Marblehead. It bounces loose. Headed away. That was almost trouble. Classical just kicks it away and kicks it out of play. Diaz way out of the net to the near side. Took a high hop. But luckily Duggan got a piece of it and knocked it away. Now he gets a piece and knocks it away again. And Classical will knock it even deeper. Roble Sandoval looking to get around. And try to tip it by. He knocked it right into the defender. Nice little shift. Looking to knock it deep. Back there is Chia to knock it away. And it goes out, off Marblehead. Can't be a lot of time left in this one. Classical very shortly should get win number 7. Marblehead looking for lightning in a jug, trying to score like they did in the first half in the last minute. Classical, all he really should be doing is just knocking it upfield instead of trying to carry it upfield. Marblehead with the takedown. Classical will get to kick it away, and that'll get it back in the Marblehead end. They don't need any more goals. They just have to keep it in the Marblehead end. And they can do that by just knocking it upfield. Keeping Marblehead away from Diaz. They knock it very deep. Bounces by everybody. Classical collects back there. Trying to get the shot off. It got partially blocked. Lohan made a diving save. Throws it upfield. But that's going to do it as the whistle sounds. So Classical got a goal within the first minute of the game by Fernando Gomez Godinez. Marblehead answered with under a minute left in the first half on a goal by Cam Heifetz on a little scrum out in front. Made it 1-1 at halftime. And then in the second half, picking off a pass off his body, out in front, had his back to the goal, was able to fight off the defender, turn, and knock it home. And that was Fernando Gomez Godinez getting his second goal, and that made it 2-1, and that was the final score. So Classical will pick up their 7th win. They go to 7-1. Marblehead will move to 50-50. They're 2-2-3 on the season, as the 2 goals by Fernando Gomez Godinez is enough for Classical as they win it 2-1 over Marblehead to go 7-1 and inch a little bit closer to the state tournament. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.